Looking at this old Super 1010 right hand start. We just got the oiler in and all that. Got her going. Just kind of messing around tonight. Looking at different handles. You know, me. Full wrap handles. Always tinkering. That, and today was just one of those days. It was really rainy. And so it was a good day to be in the shed and tinker with stuff. And like I said, this is the time of year in the winter and in the, you know, wet season, transitioning from winter to spring. Going through saws, you know, making sure everything's ready for firewood cutting season and all that stuff. So yeah, so I was just looking at this standard handle, half wrap for a 1010, the 10 series. And then I'm looking at the handle on this one, and they're different. This one's taller, so I'm trying to see if this one will work. I don't think it'd take quite a bit of bending. And this old aluminum or whatever it's made out of from the 60s and 70s, some of it holds together good and works well for, you know, for bending it and stuff like that. And I've had them where you just try to bend them just a little bit and they break. With heat or without heat, it don't matter. I've had them break both ways. So yeah. So I think I'm either going to have to, I'll end up getting another handle like this and making a full wrap, because this one is so much taller. And I don't see these as often. And I'm not sure, because they're totally straight. They go straight over, to where this one goes on like this, and it's got a bend. See this bend right here? Yeah, and it's got some other bends too that it starts to go forward here, and then more forward, and then it goes back here. I don't know if you can see all that bend in action, but this one is straight over. So if I got one of these, it would just come straight over here. And I think it might be, unless I could get it to go far enough out, you know, and then to where you can still get your side cover off, and, you know, and get your chain on and your bar and all that kind of stuff lined up. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing tonight. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Just going over stuff, making sure things are tight. Make sure nothing rattled and loose last time I ran it. You know, just routine maintenance stuff. Hope everybody's having a good start to their week. Coming out of a pretty good weekend. That's for sure. Everything's still tight. Nothing's leaking. Fuel tank stayed sealed up. Boiler's still working. Yeah, John. Heck yeah. Yeah, just got to get a full wrap on it somehow. What I'll probably end up doing is, yeah, I'll just make this style. like the other ones, that I've built. They seem to work pretty good, and they seem to hold up. So keep on making the ones that work, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Make sure all chains are sharp. Thanks for all the feedback in the comment section. It helps. You people help me a lot. A lot. In a lot of different ways. It helps me stay on track and and go back. Because like I've said before, people learn things differently. Some people are hands on. Some people can just like look at it and jump right in and go for it and do it. So it's always good to have multiple go-tos of to see how things are done and in ways that can make things better and easier. Not everything is easy. Not everything is easy. Not everything's the work smarter, not harder. I don't know. I'm in the middle of all that thought process, because I think hard work is necessary. To me, for me, hard work is necessary. Because like rolling logs down the hill, end over end, or chucking pieces of wood or whatever, Well, there's people out there that work smarter, not harder. Well, sometimes working smarter and not harder costs money. So how far do you go with it? Do I go buy a skidder? I mean, you know what I mean? That's where my brain goes when it goes work, the whole work smarter, not harder thing. Smarter and harder. Is it smart to cut firewood? To me, yes, it is. Because then I don't have to pay, because somebody else is going to cut firewood. And if I don't go cut firewood for myself, or for my mom, or for my friends, or and stockpile it and have it on reserve for people that run out of wood in the winter, if I don't go cut that firewood, somebody else is going to cut it. And if I don't cut my own, then I got to buy it. So is that smarter? No, not to me. Not in my world. Not in my brain. And like cutting out at the blowdown patch, in the winter. Or even in the summer, whatever, you know what I mean? Smarter to me would be go buy a skidder and skid it all right down to the road. Well, I don't have however much it costs to go buy a skidder. So I just do it the way that I do it and get it to the road and get the job done. And that's it. But like I said, hard work to me is a necessity. It's important to stay somewhat. I don't know if you can call it centered, but still be physically active without going to a gym, to an indoor gym, or or running. I'm not a runner. I was a sprinter. I was a sprinter in middle school. And then when I got in high school, then track season was the same time baseball season was, so I played baseball. I love baseball. So, yeah, I'm not a runner. I'm not a longevity runner. I don't like smashing my knees on pavement. It's not cool to me. Not for me. I'd rather go roll logs and throw wood down the hill. Yeah. So, enough about that. I guess. You never know. We might come back to that subject. But, just getting out. Here I am. Just getting out there, and being physically active. No matter what it is, whether it's, trimming somebody's tree and dragging brush, throwing it in the back of a pickup, or, or whatever. Just physical labor. It does something to my mind and to my being. It makes it better. And I can't wait to get to the woods. I just can't wait to get to the woods. And with all this rain and the weather warmed up, temperatures warmed up, it's melting that snow. So hopefully it won't be long. I'm hoping maybe might be able to get to one of my wood holes in by the end of March, going into April. We'll see, though. You never know. Old Mother Nature, she's throwing plenty of curveballs around the world. Yeah. Thanks everybody that comments and watches and supports the channel. And like I said earlier, everybody here supports the channel in one way or another. Whether it's parts, tools, comments, just a view on the video. It all helps. And it's fun, I'm still having fun. I love it here. You people give me some purpose to continue on and to continue. When I see put something out there funny, just whatever, every once in a while, that's for that. Oh, it's for everybody. It's for anybody out there that decides to click play on it. But that's kind of my way of of staying connected to all of you. Like the midweek rippas and any of the shorter stuff, and all my videos are that way, I think. And I like to keep it that way because that's my way of saying hi to everybody, And we do the live feeds and that. And then we really get to say hi, One of these days a bunch of us are gonna be able to get together and hang out. I look forward to that day. Or those days. Yeah, I look forward to that. It's gonna be awesome. There are things that are, like filing a saw and learning how to file your own saw, because if you end up in a dirty patch of wood, some of us, for some of us, the saw shop isn't just right around the corner. And some of us can't afford to go have their chains ground and all that kind of stuff, sharpen for them or whatever. So getting things out there, for people to learn and to see different ways of doing things, and maybe pick up one little thing, like, oh, well, my angle's different, or this, or whatever the case may be, and try other things and go, oh, well, yeah, that's learning and experiencing it, getting it in the, getting the file in your hand and doing it. That's your experience. Those are experiences that you've had by doing different angles, or, this way or this way, trying different things to see what works for you, because not everybody holds the file the same. Not everybody holds the file the same. Some people do it one-handed. Some people do it, will do a file it this way, and then they file this way. Me, I turn the saw around when I got a vise. I turn the saw around and really get in there and, and watch what's going on. It's not just sometimes it's just a quick touch up, but like out in the woods, that's usually what it is, for me, because I don't cut a lot of dirt wood. And a lot of the wood that I've been cutting the last couple of years is it's close to the road. I don't have to drag it. And if I have to drag it, I cut as far down as I can through the log, and then I find air underneath it, cut it off, roll it, instead of just cutting straight through and getting in the dirt and the rocks, and then just, that's just more wear and tear on your chain, on your bar, on your saw period, on the motor, because you're over revving everything, so yeah, being able to help in any way that I can it's all worth it. And the smiles and the laughs, when I see the comments and there's just a bunch of big old smiley faces, thumbs up, and and all that, it warms my heart and it makes my day, and I love it. And I know sometimes I get behind on the comments and this and that, but but I'm trying to get content, I'm trying to make more content and trying to make better content, and trying to and thinking, like the filing video, that taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. And there'll be more videos of that, of what it taught me. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you, like I said in that video, if you want to learn what the file does to the tooth, when it rakes through there and it's taking steel off, if you have the ability, take a phone, put it in a tripod or lean it up against something and video it. Video it close up enough to where you can see your hands and the file doing the work. It'll only take about 2 teeth, and you'll know what you're doing right. And you will know what it takes to get that tooth sharp, to get the gullet out of there if you're round filing, to not worry about the gullet so much if you're square filing. Video it. It is a great teacher. And then just go back, and even if you don't zoom in on it or whatever, go back and watch your video and zoom in and watch. You'll learn so much. So I did. And like I said, there'll be more videos on what I learned from that video, from doing that video. For sure. It's awesome. It's a great tool. The phone, the camera, whatever you use, GoPro, whatever. Yeah. It is a great tool, a great learning tool to see what you're doing. And not that you won't pick up things from watching other people's videos of what they're doing and how they do it, But if you struggle with filing a power saw, watch a bunch of videos out. You know, there's a bunch out there. Buck and Billy Ray does great videos. Great video. I love them. I love them. I go back and watch them all the time. And I've been filing a power saw since I was 14 years old. 15? Yeah. Yeah. With one of these round files. Yep. So, always learning. And then at 50, I decided to get serious about making a filing video, and I video it, and I go back and I watch it, and I'm like, oh, okay. That's where I'm going wrong. And like I said, it'll only take you 2-3 teeth. Go back, stop the video, watch it. You'll know exactly what's going on. Let me know in the comments if you have, you know, if anybody does that. You know what I mean? Let me know. I'd like to know. what people, you know, what other people's experience is with, you know, with what I just talked about. Videoing and seeing if there's anything that you can improve after you watch it. And watch it in slow motion too. You'll see it. Like the top plate, watch what happens to the top plate. Watch what happens to when you're getting the gullet with a round file. And try to get it close enough to where you can see the mark from the factory on the offside of the tooth. And watch your file go through and see when that lines up. It's a great tool. Very, very good tool. And I used to be like, I don't need that. I don't need to watch none of that stuff. I find myself fine. Well, come to find out, I wasn't. And I could have saved, you know, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money just by learning how to file a saw effectively to where it cuts efficiently. Right? That's what I figured out. It's the greatest. It's the best improvement in my eyes. It's the best improvement you can do to a chainsaw. Is learn how to file it and keep it sharp. Yep. It'll save your saw. It'll save your back. It'll save your arms, for sure. So, I guess we won't build a full wrap handle tonight. We'll have to monkey around with that on a later Taz Shack adventure. Awesome. Welcome, new subscribers. Thank you all. Appreciate it. We're glad to have you. We're glad you're here, and hope you enjoy the content. All right, everybody. It's been fun. Been real fun. Got stuff coming up. Hopefully it's interesting. Hopefully I do things justice and represent them well. So yeah, like I said, we got good stuff coming up. Hope you enjoy it. All right, everybody. Take care. Be safe. Love you all. TazMan is rolling.